Good morning. Okay, so it's probably not morning for y'all, but it's morning for me. Today is day 7 of VLOGTOBER. First, we're about to start with prayer.
God, thank you once again for waking me up to see another day. Please be with me as I travel to and from my destination. Please allow me to get there safe and unharmed. Also, if it's not too much trouble, please allow me to find the safest and most efficient and quickest way with the least amount of traffic. If you have time, Lord. Thank you.
I finally finished watching the Tasha K and Young Pharaoh interview. And I will say that I had like some really moments where I had laughs that came from deep within. I don't know if the interview was supposed to be funny, but I definitely had some really good laughs. My first impressions of the app, I like the logo. Like, okay, Tasha, from what I understand, she'll have whatever she used to do. She'll be doing what she used to do on Patreon on her app. So she'll have after shows on there. I wasn't able to catch the after show about this, but I really wish I would have because her faces were just fucking ridiculous. Like, Tasha got to learn how to control some of her faces. Or maybe she don't, because to me, that's what made the interview, was her whole demeanor, her responses. I was there for all of that. It took me a minute to finish it because that thing was an hour and like 42 minutes. I have to work, so I had to break it up over days. So anyway, I finally finished it, and that's why you guys are getting this right now. So I thought it was interesting that Pharaoh called and asked her for the interview. I thought that was interesting. I mean, I know she wasn't like checking for him or nothing like that, but it's interesting that's how it went down. Can we just give a moment of silence for this set? Like, the set is fire, okay? The set is fire. She knows she did that. I love the whole look. I like what she did. I remember following her back before all of this. Like, she had less than 150,000 subscribers. I'm proud of her. The app is great. I'm with it. My overall opinion about the... Sorry, guys. I got to turn the water on. My overall opinion about the interview is that I think it was a really good interview. It was entertaining. If I had the time, I could have sat there and watched the whole interview, like, at once. Okay, so her demeanor was she was really calm, Tasha. Like, she was just calm and concerned eyebrow Tasha. That's the Tasha we were getting. She asked direct questions. I like that she was holding him accountable for some of the things that he had been accused of or whatever. And she also said that she wanted to bring Golden Beauty there, his children's mother, one of his children's mother. I mean, one of his children's mother. He wants to bring there. So, if you guys are familiar with him, you know they had that whole debacle on the internet where they broke up, and you know there were things filmed about him, and there was videos put out by her. I honestly don't know what to believe at this point because they both just like pointing the finger at each other. So I don't know what's going on with that. But Tasha said she's gonna bring her. But anyway, back to their interview. I mean, overall, like I said, I think it was a very good interview. I think she asked the questions everybody wanted to know. I think that he was, to me, he came across a little bit like he came across a little bit excited, and he came across like he was there to convey a message. You know what I mean? There were times, I mean, they had a good conversation, but sometimes Tasha would ask him questions and he wouldn't really answer the question, but he would end up bringing up something else or whatever. But it was a good conversation nonetheless. I mean, while it was interesting, I just had to take notes of certain things that I wanted to make sure that I touched on. I feel like he got wild eyes, you know what I mean? I'm picturing, okay, how you are with Tasha on this set. Okay, you know what I'm saying? He had a little bit of regression with him, but like, I just imagine him behind closed doors, upset in an argument. I feel like he probably turned up like shit. So I can't really believe that he was sitting there. He wants to tell the story like he was all calm in all these situations, but you know, she's an Aries too. Like, I just feel like they both was like probably like going at each other. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I do believe he has money just because of how asshole-ish he is. Like, I mean, he has to. He has to. One time he said, I'm in control, but I dragged her outside. Like, you dragged her outside? Like, how mad do you have to be to grab somebody and drag them? Like, stop saying that. I think that he is angry about a specific thing. And I think that was part of the reason why he came to do the interview, because that's an outlet for him to be able to get his voice out there more than just on his channel. And I feel like he did it to prove a point to somebody else. Because, I mean, it was times that he was talking, Tasha was asking him questions or whatever, but he just kind of, the majority of the time, he kind of reverted back to the situation with his baby's mother. I feel like Tasha did do a little bit of homework, because sometimes she was able to come back with she was able to respond to something that he said with his tea. So she did do a little bit of homework. So that was good on her part. At one point, he asked Tasha, was she crazy? It was funny because he seemed like he was genuinely shocked at some of the things that she was saying and asking him or whatever. And just like, bruh, you out here saying all this stuff. You have to have been asked these questions before. I have to say, Tasha did not hold back. She told him he was ridiculous sounding. She even diagnosed him. Well, she even told him that she could sense that he was a little bit narcissistic and he had Granular syndrome. He got so mad at that he kind of came back at her like, well, I got more money than you, I'm smarter than you, and so that made him feel some type of way. But it's okay, young Pharaoh. It's okay. I don't know. The whole thing was comical to me. I thought it was funny. That was a good move for both of them. But I think he really went on there because he wanted his baby mother to see him on Tasha K. That's what I think. He's mad that we're not watching his teachings. That was one of the things he kept on saying. But then he kept on saying that it was the people in the hood that he was really wanting to watch the videos or come to his lectures, and they're not. So, I don't know what to say about that. What I think was the most funniest is that Tasha's reactions were just that she was just like this. It was the slow shaking of her head. It was the perplexed look of her eyebrows. It was the slow monotone way in which she asked some of these questions that just sent me over. Like, anyway, I recommend watching this if you do have the Tasha K app. If not, I just gave you a little recap, in my opinion, of what happened. Okay, so I did not like that he kept calling his children's mothers bitches and stuff like that. You know, because, and the reason why I didn't like that is because this isn't a conversation you're just having with some adults. Your kids are going to one day be able to find what you put on the internet, and so they're going to come across you talking about their mother like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever y'all feel, whatever y'all going through, I feel like don't do that to them. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, overall though, the interview was good. I liked it. I will be looking to see what other kind of content she's going to be doing over there. I have to get this family together. And I'll see you guys in the next video. The dog is playing in the background, and I just realized that sound has been going on for I don't know how long, because I just kind of tuned it out. It's just going to stay in there, people. So if you get to this part of the video, all right, see you later.